Okay, so here you can see my raw data. I have the date, I have the time, I have the weather, and then I have how many birds were at each feeder each day. So I'm doing a really handy thing where you can click equals sum parentheses and then highlight the whole column, and what it will do is add everything there for you. Once you have that, you can even drag it over. So my totals for the whole time was 7, 5, and 19 for my 3 different feeders. So in order to graph it, you can highlight everything, click Insert Chart, and it automatically makes an awesome graph for you, which is great. Now, you can choose, this is a bar chart. Maybe you like this column bar chart better. Maybe you like a different kind of graph, but this one seems to work really well for me. So now what I want to do is I actually want to change the title and customize it a little bit. So I go to chart title, instead of total birds versus feeder, I want to put my question that I'm trying to figure out. So like, do birds prefer nectar? Or do birds prefer nectar over water or sugar water? So in this section where you have customize and the drop down is chart title, you can actually edit that. You can also edit your vertical axis. So if you don't like what it says total birds, or if you don't like feeder, or you could change it to food. So you can change a bunch of these different things by doing the drop down and customizing. So once you have it, you can just drag it over. You can take a screenshot of your data and your graph, and that's what you're going to insert into your Google Doc. In this case, I wanted to expand on my title. The title is totally up to you. It just has to make sense. So once you kind of move it over, again, you can take a screenshot or you can share this whole Google Sheets with me, totally fine. So now let's go to feeder level. So for my feeder level 1, 2, and 3, I had 3 weeks of data. Same thing, I'm gonna highlight the data I wanna graph. I'm actually not gonna highlight everything, just what I wanna graph. And I go in there and I do insert, chart, and it'll automatically pop in a chart. The cool thing with Google Sheets is that it usually picks the chart that is best for your data. So in this case, I really do, I was thinking about, do I want a bar chart or do I want a line chart? So in this case, it shows the feeder level over time, like from one date to the next. And I like that versus a bar chart. For me, it just didn't seem as obvious as sort of a line chart. Because remember, we're seeing how the level of the feeder went down over time and which one was most popular. You can see in yellow, feeder 3 was most popular. But I still want to change the chart title, so because this one's kind of boring. So instead, I'm going to say food levels over time. Okay, so this one isn't a question. I'm just kind of describing what the whole experiment was about. Vertical axis doesn't even have one, so I'm going to type one in there. So what do those numbers 0, 2, 4, 6 mean? It is food levels in centimeters. So now it's recorded. Date is already recorded there. If I want to change it, I can. There's some other things you can change, like the legend, but so far it looks pretty good. So I'm going to just click it and drag it over. Same thing, you can take a screenshot of this page or you can share it with me. And there you go. That's your graph.